Hi, in this video, we're going to take a look at modifying the hello and dead intervals on OSPF interfaces. Okay, so sometimes it might be desirable to change the OSPF timers so that routers actually detect failures in less time. However, you always want to be really careful before changing any default values. You want to give careful consideration to what you're doing. Make sure you understand the effects of what you're doing, and be ready to fall back to how things once were. All right, that said, by default, OSPF hello packets are sent every 10 seconds on multi-access and point-to-point segments, and every 30 seconds on those old NBMA segments, non-broadcast multi-access segments, not the NBA basketball. Okay, they're sent to all SPF routers 224005 FF02:5 for IPv6. The dead interval, period expressed in seconds, this is the amount of time that the router will wait to receive a hello packet before declaring that neighbor down. Okay. And by default, Cisco uses a default dead interval of 4 times the hello interval. So that'd be 40 seconds on multi-access and point-to-point segments, 120 seconds on NBMA networks. Okay, so when the dead interval expires, remember OSPF removes that neighbor from its link state database, floods the link state information about the down neighbor out all OSPF enabled interfaces. And if necessary, that's when routers will need to rerun the SPF algorithm, et cetera, depending upon the LSA type, right? LSA1 or LSA3. Okay. So the OSPF hello and dead intervals are configurable on a per interface basis. Okay. When changing the hello interval, by the way, you want to be careful. Many iOS versions will automatically modify the dead interval to 4 times the hello interval. Okay, but don't rely on that either. Okay, it's always best to configure it yourself. Okay, note OSPF. The dead and the hello and dead intervals must match to form a neighbor adjacency. Remember, in EIGRP, they do not have to match to form a neighbor adjacency. Okay, so it's if we take a look at the show IP OSPF interface serial 000, we can see that it's hello and dead intervals, or there we go, 10 seconds and 40 seconds respectively on R1. Okay, let's go ahead and change that. What if I change the hello interval to 5? And because I'm a good network engineer, I'm going to actually not rely on the 4 times the hello interval, but actually configure the dead interval to be 4 times 20 seconds. Okay, there we go. Well, immediately what will happen, remember that the hello and dead intervals on R2, we haven't changed. They are still the default. Okay, so immediately we lose our adjacency with R2. Matter of fact, if I do show IP OSPF neighbor, I only see an adjacency with router R3, no longer with router R2. Okay. All right. And by the way, so let me kind of go back to that. R1 and R3 will still have a neighbor adjacency. Remember, this configuration that we did on R1 only affects the serial interface that it has on the shared segment with router R2. Okay. Okay. Just want to make sure we're clear on that. All right. So if I do IP OSPF hello interval 5, and I wasn't a good network engineer on this one, I just assumed that the dead interval changed, or I should type it in, but as soon as I did, the dead interval also changed. So you notice without even typing in the dead interval, that it was automatically adjusted to 20 seconds, 4 times hello interval. I should still type that in though. All right, So let's go ahead. The adjacency has come back. I do show IP OSPF neighbor, and we're back in action. All right, and it's that simple for modifying the hello and dead intervals on OSPF interfaces.